Hi crafty friends, thanks so much for joining me. I am so excited to share another layout with you today. So I'm going to be doing a new technique with these strings of circles, and then I'm going to be making a shimmery painted mixed media background. So I'm not sure if this technique has a name, I'm just calling it stringing circles. And what I've done off camera is I've punched out some circles using a circle punch and added them to some embroidery floss. These are the two pictures that I want to scrapbook today. This is my daughter Tatum a few years back, and this is my brother's dog named Coda. Aren't they so cute? They're just like chilling, hanging out, and Tatum just started giggling when Coda jumped up on the bed with her because this dog was bigger than her. So I did do these strings of circles off camera, and I'm thinking I want to put these strings just like this along the left side of the page, and then over there between my photos, I think I'm going to add a title over there. So I'm going to move some of this out of the way so that we can get to painting the background. Now, I did cut the circles out of some paper from Close to My Heart Stampin' Up. It's called Gnomes for Summer, and I just like the colors. Now these are the two paints that I want to start off with today. This first one, this is an Inklingz in the color of Blue Lagoon. Now Inklingz, it is a solid watercolor, and you just spray or mist it with some water and you let it sit for a minute, and then the colors come alive. This has high sheen and shimmer. The other color that I have there is a Coloringz, and the color is called No Yolkings. Now a Coloringz is a highly pigmented spray paint without shimmer. So there's no shimmer in the yellow. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get set up here. I'm going to bring in a little paint tray to put my No Yolkings yellow Coloringz in. And then so that way I have everything ready to go for my painting. And I'm just going to dab a little bit. I just poured it directly out of the bottle. Don't need much, right into my paint tray. All right, so I think I have set my Inklingz out long enough. I'm going to take a paintbrush here. I'm going to dab it in some water, and then I'm going to go ahead and mix up my little pot of shimmery goodness in the color of Blue Lagoon. Now you'll see there on my white cardstock, it is a piece of watercolor cardstock, and it is cut down to 11 by 11. So I've taken that pencil and I've really mapped out where my photos are going to be. And so that's where I want to concentrate on putting my paint down. So I'm going to do a little bit of the packaging technique. And for the packaging technique, I'm just going to add a little bit of the paint onto my packaging. And then I'm going to tap it down back onto my sheet of cardstock. So you'll see here, I'm just adding some paint. And then I'm just going to smoosh it around, all around where I have those pencil lines. So I'll have to go back and forth and do that multiple times. And I'm just making sure to really concentrate on not going too far outside those pencil lines. Anything inside the pencil lines won't show up once we get the photos down. So I'm just trying to go all around here, twisting and turning. I'm also adding a few spritz of water. Just to blend that color out just a little bit more. And it is blending very well since I'm using a watercolor piece of cardstock. Now, the cardstock I'm using is not fancy. It is, I believe, from Walmart, and it's like 11 by 18 in size, the pad. But anytime I do a mixed media background, I usually mat it. And so I thought with buying an 11 by 18 pad, I can just cut those down to 11 by 11 square. So I thought that was a pretty thrifty idea. All right, so I've almost got all of the Blue Lagoon on here, and you'll see here, I was having a hard time moving that packaging around onto the cardstock there. And so I just put the paint directly onto where I wanted it, and then took my package and then smooshed it around from there. Now I would like to add some splatters all around the edge of all of my painting. So I'm focusing on just going around all the areas that I went on and trying to get some splatter all around the outside. I really think that that gives a nice look once I get my photos down. All right, so I did set that aside to dry. I used my heat tool and dried that a little bit. And now I'm bringing in that Coloringz and the No Yolking. And I'm just going to, with this one, I'm not using the packaging technique. I'm just adding it to my paintbrush and putting it directly where I want it to go. So I am going to try to add the packaging a little bit. I'm kind of making a mess here. And then I noticed that I was getting it kind of muddy. And so I'm taking a paper towel because I don't want those colors to mix. And it appears I did not have the Blue Lagoon completely dried. So there we go. It's real easy to just to wipe back up. And now I'm going to add some splatters of the No Yolkings all around the exterior of my painting area because I want to bring in more of that yellow. You'll see that yellow is also in the paper, the little circles. All right, so I'm going to bring back in my photos and see how this is looking. I do have this Just Chill, and this is an acrylic title, and this is from Color Rush Studio. It came in my July subscription kit. So I love the colors of it. I think that that pink matches with the papers, and so I wanted to put the yellow over here just to really make the title pop. And so I like the way that looks. I probably went up a little further than I would have liked with my yellow. I kind of just wanted it more just behind the title, but I actually like the way that that looks going up a little higher. All right, I do want to bring in more of that pink color. So now I'm bringing in the color Pink Caviar, and this is a Shimmerz. Now Shimmerz they're already a liquid. It's a water-based paint with shimmer. And it has tons of shimmer and it's really vibrant in color. So I'm adding some of the Pink Caviar all around, and you'll notice my little pot. I don't know if you've noticed it. It's like almost gone. You can tell that that is I think it's my favorite color. So I've used it on quite a few layouts within the last month. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's my favorite color. All right, now off camera, I did go ahead and dry that with my heat tool, and I glued down or taped down the strings of circles, and then I also matted my 11 by 11 white paper onto that 12 by 12 background sheet of pattern paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put my photos down. I think I'm ready for those now, and I don't want this one completely straight. I want it a little bit wonky, so I've tilted it just a little bit. And then I'll add in my other photo. Now I did add tape runner, and when you add tape runner, items with tape runner to your background, it will only stick for a while. Eventually that's going to fall apart, so I'll need to make sure that I come in with some other glue. The glue that I'm using to glue down the Just Chill acrylic title, that is Scotch tacky glue. And, you know, I picked this glue up from several of my other crafty friends, so I definitely recommend this glue. It really works for these titles. It's great. So you just put some on the back, give it a little press, and there we go. Perfect. Now, I really don't want to do a lot of embellishments on this page because the stringing circles is my embellishment. But I did find this little sticker that was on the sticker sheet that came with this paper pad, and it says taking it easy. So I'm adding a little strip of foam tape to the back, and I want to put this along the top of my top photo there. I think that that will just really frame that in by adding a little embellishment up here to the top. So the only other thing that I want to bring in is I have this sticker, this little tab sticker with the date. And so I want to add that as well. Now you'll notice with my stickers that they don't have any sticky on them, and that's because off camera I like to use a powder tool and remove the stick. You could also use baby powder and just rub it on the back of your stickers, and it takes the stick off, and then you can move your stickers around more like die cuts. All right, so I will have to look up the date, but I went ahead and put that on there. And now I'm bringing in these little pearls from Buttons Galore. And I found this yellow, and I think that I like the yellow. None of my other colors in my stash really matched well enough, and so I like the look of this yellow, and I really don't want to introduce any other colors. So I'm just going to pick a few of these yellows. When I do my sequins embellishments, I like to do them in clusters of 3. So I've added 3 to the Just Chill title. I'm adding 3 to the lower left photo, and then I'm adding 3 more up to the top. So I will glue those down off camera, and I'm using my pick up and place tool. I will have a link down below to the Shimmerz Paints website, and if you add my name, Melissa Minor, to the comments section of your order, you will receive a free gift. So that is so cool. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button, and I'll catch you again in the next video. Bye!